In the year 2084, there was a digital mirror of nearly all human activity in our solar system. This mirror is used to create an exact copy of you, a digital ghost that lives your life in an almost perfect digital replica of the world you know is real. What is this ghost used for? Who can see it? And who owns it? Unfortunately, not you. The terabytes of data the mirror generates are controlled and analyzed by corporations and governments, all to understand what you are going to do, buy, or say, even before you know it. For most of us in 2084, it's just how life works. But not everyone agrees. Some of them want to hack the system and watch its masters burn. Introducing the Electric Love Space Vikings. What If presents Future Now. Traveling through space at 750,000 kilometers per hour is a craft that everyone on Earth would like to find. The Freiheit, Swedish for freedom. The Freiheit holds a crew of 20 people and has some of the most advanced broadcast technology in the solar system. Its mission? To fuck shit up. Founded by legendary astronaut Annika Wallström, the Freiheit houses a collection of anarchistic, polyamorous, psychedelic anti-fascists dedicated to sticking their acid-coated thumbs into the eyes of overbearing authority. Wallström began the collective in 2068, the year the Saigon Protocol enshrined the rights of corporations and nations to own all the data their citizens and customers generate. That means they can create a digital copy of you, one they totally control. Want to criticize China or India online? Nope. They'll just sub in real time, your digital ghost waving their flags instead. Controlling the digital you allows the powers that be to run millions of detailed simulations, so that they can predict and, if needed, contain any revolutionary actions the real you might want to undertake. Wallström, the first person to successfully pilot a manned craft outside of our solar system, was furious. Why has she helped break new cosmic territory for humanity, only to see Earth descend into what she called ass-backwards totalitarianism? Wallström recruited the first members of Freiheit from her Nordic brethren. None of Sweden, Finland, Norway, or Denmark had signed the Saigon Protocols. Her team of like-minded Electric Love Space Vikings, so named because of their cultural background, and a truly awe-inspiring fondness for mind-altering substances, realized that the best way to piss off data-sucking governments like the new Confederacy, China, and India was to corrupt the data. Their first major hacking effort rewrote the ID codes on everyone in Europe, making them look like pandas when seen by the mirror. Next, they broke into the database that housed social currency accounts for over 2 billion people and gave them all a new balance: 6969. By this point, Freiheit had expanded globally. It was particularly popular in low or non-mirror states like Rwanda, the Polynesian Principality, and the Free North. Their crowning terrestrial accomplishment came in 2076, when they blinded the mirror in 30 different world capitals for 30 seconds. When the mirror came back online, it was greeted by 3,000 naked Freiheits mooning it. Retaliation came quickly. Freiheit's vulgarly clever prank was recast by the powers that be as a threat to international security. What else could the Freiheit have done in those 30 seconds? Led by China, Poland, India, and the new Confederacy, the Freiheit was labeled an international terror organization, and an arrest was put out for Wallström and her inner circle. But by that time, Wallström and her merry band of pranksters were on their cloaked spacecraft far from the authorities' reach. How they snuck unnoticed off Earth was unknown. So too is whatever technology they're using to keep the Freiheit hidden. What is known is the Freiheit is a carnival of sex, drugs, and activism. It broadcasts a pirate feed every Saturday evening to share their opinions and heap abuse on whatever idiot they think deserves it most. The Freiheit is a true anarchy. Rules exist, they are just reviewed every 90 days to make sure they've remained useful and fair. Nobody, not even Wallström, remains in a position of authority for longer than 6 months. And the idea of social norms has been replaced with do no harm. One unshakable rule is grind the bastards down. And in their offbeat, off-childish ways, the electric-loved Space Vikings do grind those bastards down. In the last 3 years, the Freiheit has been accused of digitally adding a rolly finger-style mustache to every image of every leader on or off Earth, wiping the criminal records of those in the Berm, the world's largest prison, programming the view glass in the moon's upscale neighborhoods to show nothing but videos of animals mating, and jamming the targeting systems of Brazil and Argentina's military during the ongoing battle for the Amazon rainforest. How do they do all this with a ship of 20? They don't. Freiheit has become a movement with active cells across Earth and the Moon, and rumors abound that the Electric Vikings have a home base in the Venus Triangle, an area of space that seems to swallow StarCraft whole. And while the world's governments send agents looking in every nook and cranny, the Freiheit is also watching, finding its new members by combing through the same data countries and corporations do, looking for the little tells that indicate you might be someone worthy of inviting to turn on, tune in, and drop out of our increasingly controlled world to join them in freedom. Would you join the Freiheit? Or would you rather be one of the valorous space wolves dedicated to hunting them down? Will they be successful in their plans for a global hack? Should they be? Or are their anarchist ways just as destructive as the system they seek to subvert? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe to Future Now and dive even deeper into the multiverse of possibility that is our future.